Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all the praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekakwadash. Double honor to the Salaki. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and safety and much blessings to the Yakim that's pushing this truth out the four corners of the earth and our truth to sincerity and in diligence. Shalom. All right, I got like an article. I got some certain videos to play. So, we gonna just jump right into it. So, this is what I'm gonna read first. It says, experts, right? 90% of the U.S. population could die if an EMP hit. See, it says when a large electromagnetic EMP or geomagnetic disturbance event occurs, which according to Senate Ron Johnson, there is 100% certainty will happen at some time in the future. As many as 9 out of 10 people in USA could die. So basically he said 100%. 100%. Right? That this will happen in the United States. Okay? So when that type of stuff happen, this is the talk, this is, this is not just, some shit that we, like we just blow off in these times right now. An EMP is finna happen on the soils of America. Okay? So it says 9 out of 10 people in the U.S. could die. All right, and he is 100% certain that this is gonna happen. Now I got a video that I want to show, so I just want you to keep this in mind right here. Okay? Let's see. This is in 2015, but still, this is still good information right here. He said 100% sure this will happen sometime in the future. So that was 2015. Now, let's get to the video. This video came out. I think I watched this video yesterday, and when I watched it, it was 12 hours ago, and that's when I recorded it. So let's listen.
Be dead in the water. So they got various ways to deal with and use these balloons as battle balloons. Yeah, everybody needs to prepare. This is serious. What we're facing today is an outsized threat. It's all too easy to take down our grid with EMPs. It's just too easy to take it out in so many different ways. Dr. Peter Vincent Pry taught us that there would be a multi-pronged attack if they decide to do this. So they'll probably start with hacking. We believe that there are sleeper cells all over this country from...
All right, he says it's going to start with hacking. We're going to come back to this video, but I just want to touch on the points that he say, okay? Matter of fact, let's just go get a scripture so we can get in with this. So, and this is all, planned by what the elites. This is all part of the agenda, all part of the plan. Okay, Salakia. What I was going to? All right. Psalms. Let's see. What is it? 64. Psalm 64 and 1. It says, "Hear my voice, O Yahweh, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity." See, this is an insurrection that's going to happen. That's what this devil is going to do. This goes back into, Revelations, the 12th chapter. He's this devil, the devil coming down with great wrath, This is great wrath, with his technology, because everything is digital. Everything is ran off of damn electricity around here. You need electricity here, okay? So what? This electricity is also hackable, and that's what you're hearing, and you're going to see this video that I'm about to show you. It says, who wet their tongues like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, at the perfect, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. You see, it says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, and that perfect is representing us. All right, the nation of Israel, chiefly the elect. All right, because you got to remember back in the scriptures, what that was in Matthew the 5th chapter, it says what? Be ye perfect, right? So the Lord calls us perfect, okay? He wants us to expect perfect. So that's who that perfect goes back to, right? It says verse 5, they encourage themselves in an evil matter, right? This is an evil ass matter, right? He wants to wipe out the population. You see? But we know that's not going to happen. But you got to understand, there is such a thing called, they want to, hit you with the Depop, if you know what I'm saying. Well, how brothers be saying it? They want to delete a lot of yous. They want to delete a lot of people, chiefly the Israelites. It says, which is you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. It says they encourage themselves in the evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them, right? And I'm going to just get to the video so you can see what I'm saying, how this going to all make sense. See, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both inward thought of every one of them in the heart is deep. Okay? So look, let's just get to this video. Not this one. But he said, remember, it says that it's going to start with what? Hacking, right?
Insufficient attention to the frightening scenario of a comprehensive cyber attack, the COVID-19 crisis would be seen as a small disturbance in comparison.
All right? So, man, I hope they probably go, man, hit this motherfucker with a misinformation. So I'm going to say fair use, if that even makes a difference. Fair use. Okay, let's see. Right, so check this out, man.
Insufficient attention to the frightening scenario of a comprehensive cyber attack, the COVID-19 crisis would be seen as a small...
So, you know what? They probably going to strike this video, but I can't even edit it. Well, so you see right here, he's telling you, warning, cyber attack, power grid outages. All right? This shit is real. This is real. This is what's happening, bro. And we, as in the know, must have our mind right, because this is what this is how this devil coming. Isaiah 59. This is Isaiah 59, and 19, it says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. And we know what that standard is, reading, going according to Daniel's 12th chapter. All right, but the enemy is going to come in like a flood, man. Don't forget about the robot dogs, okay? Like, don't forget about none of these things, man, that this devil has, now he can see through walls and shit. A lot of these movies, like I was talking about this the other day, a lot of these movies like Mission Impossible, they got a lot of the shit up in there that that Esau got, All right, so look, let's go back to this video here, not this one. Now look, so it says with cyber attacks, right?
Cyber attack taking place across the nation and around the world. Federal agencies, state governments, and major universities have been hit with a campaign of data theft and ransomware. CBS News has confirmed that the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency is providing support to agencies that have been targeted. Johns Hopkins University and its health system says the data breach may have impacted sensitive personal and financial information, including contact information and health billing records. Now, there's no confirmation about what group or country is behind the intrusions, but U.S. intelligence believes a criminal organization operating inside Russia is responsible.
See? Didn't you just see? It's like they're going to blame it on Russia. You see? And conveniently, now I want you to check this out.
Time they shut the money off to the time they put the digital in place, that window, which I think will be a month to 3 months, they can't let it go too long or it'll be just anarchy and they won't be able to rein it back in. So it needs to go on just long enough to where people are starting to go hungry and the stores are emptied and they're freaked out and they'll do whatever just to get the money turned back on. Then the government will come out and say, okay, these evil bankers have stolen your money. And that law, by the way, was put on the books in 2008 after the last crash that states if a bank feels like it's going to be insolvent, they can seize the depositor's funds and there's nothing in the law that says they have to give it back. So do you think they're going to give it back if there's no law making them? Hell no.
You see? See, all of this big transition with digital and cyber attacks and all of these things. Hey, this all goes into this diabolical ass plan that Big Brother E is conjuring up. Okay? Our enemy from the womb. Now I want you to hear this video. I'm going back to this video and it's like, I hope if they strike the channel it's because I ain't even saying that. So if they strike my channel or take down this video, you know, I'm just replaying videos that's probably already on the shorts, I believe. So let's go to, not here. I want to go back here.
So they got certain on our grid with EMPs. It's just too easy to take it out in so many different ways. Dr. Peter Vincent Pry told us that there would be a multi-pronged attack if they decide to do this. So they'll probably start with hacking.
All right, we just dealt with the hacking.
We believe that there are sleeper cells all over this country from more than one nation, maybe 3 nations that might take out our grid. It might just go in and directly attack the substations like they did in San Jose at the Metcalf station there. So these things could happen, and then you add to that an EMP from a balloon, then maybe an EMP from possibly a satellite following that. I mean, they could just saturate EMP this country, and you wouldn't know where it come from. And what a lot of people don't understand is the Russians and probably the Chinese are in the same boat, considering the EMP a form of electromagnetic warfare, electrical warfare, electronic warfare. The reason for that is that an EMP doesn't directly hurt anybody. You don't kick over dead and start doing the funky chicken because of an EMP. What happens is you die as a result of loss of infrastructure because you got no water, no fuel, no communications, no bank account, no cell phone. It's all gone. Electricity is the one critical keystone to all of our 14 critical infrastructure elements. Without electricity, you can't pump fuel. Without electricity, you don't pump water. You don't have sanitation. Just all these things that we rely on. Everything's electrical powered, and now we're trying to make things even more electrical powered. So we got a lot of issues with our grid, and this is known by all our adversaries. They know this is our Achilles heel. They know this is a way to put us out of business. So if you want to take an island, if you want to be the dominant power in the world, if you want to just get tired of the United States nipping at your heels, you can just shut us up.
How come Russia?
And that's exactly what the Lord about to do. The Lord about to shut America up, man. Okay? The Lord about to make his work very short, man. All right? And he's about to show out. Okay? And this is all written in the scriptures. Let's go to Second Ezra 15. It says, I'm gonna start at 5. It says, "Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, sword, famine, death, and destruction." All right, when you see, and there's videos showing about these tanks all over America, right? So the sword is finna come down, martial law, and then already in New York, it was given license that a non-U.S. citizen can be. It was coming to the fact that a non-U.S. citizen can arrest a U.S. citizen. You know, it's just some weird shit. And what it is basically is prophecy. All right, it says, "Upon the world, sword, famine, death, and destruction," and that's what you get when you come with a EMP, man. Okay, for wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled, because the Lord is long suffering. But what, he's tired now, you know, he's tired now. Like he's had enough. You see, so because we hearing about this, all right, we hearing about this, and you know, it just America had it's not feeling what's going on from around the rest of the world. You see. But the top elite bankers know that America must fall for it to produce what they would call I want to be politically correct because I don't want to give them any ammo, even though I got all this already. The big, reset. That's the best way I can put it. America got to fall for that to happen. All right. So what you seeing with these videos is showing you what it possibly will be. You know, like people are having dreams of this, and we're seeing this in the news. Right. So we got to be ready, big time, because that goes into what? When you got an EMP, you ain't got no electricity. You can't even see your hand in front of your face. Okay? You're going to have animals that you're going to have animals that don't really be seen in the city. Okay? It's going to be that darkness like it was over the land of Egypt. What that is in Exodus. Exodus 10, 21, it says, "And the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thy hand towards the heavens, that there may be a darkness over the land of Egypt," right? "Even the darkness which may be felt." Okay, so hold that thought. It says what? Stretch thy hand. He told Moses to stretch thy hand over the land of Egypt, that there may be a darkness that may be felt. So it's darkness, right? So let's just see real quick. Let's just go back to, because he did that to the land of Egypt. Okay, where is it? This is 2 Ezra 15 and 11. It says, "But I will bring upon them," still talking about that destruction, the day of the Lord, right? When the doors of repentance have closed, right? When the Lord has given this devil the go ahead, right? It says, "But I will bring them with a mighty hand stretched out," so like with a mighty hand and stretched out arm, "and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and I will destroy all the land thereof." So the plagues of Egypt is going to be what? Played out again in America, because America is also called spiritually Egypt, pursuant to the book of Revelation, the 11th chapter. Okay? So he's going to smite Egypt with the plagues as before it. So we're reading about a plague in Exodus. This is Exodus 10 and 21 or 22. It says, "And Moses stretched forth his hand towards heaven, and there was a thick darkness, in all the land of Egypt 3 days. But check this out. This right here. This is gonna go into the elect. It says, verse 23. It says, and saw not one another, neither rose any from his place for 3 days. But all the children of Israel had light in their dwellings. So I just threw that out there because the elect is gonna be taken care of in the midst of this. The elect is gonna be taken care of, because of what? Their works and the faith that they have in the Most High, in Yahweh Shah. Okay? Yahweh wa Yahweh Shah. Because let's read what was going on. Let's read what was going on in the time of, in the midst of all of that. This is Wisdom of Solomon. You know what? Tripping. Let's go get that in the GNT. Yeah. This is second. Well, nope. Let's go. Wisdom of Solomon 17. Now look. It says, verse 14. All right. Let's read the title. It says, terror strikes Egyptians at night. Now look what was going on. Look what you can imagine just about what's going on that's going to be happening here in America. All right? Let's see. Verse 14, it says, all night long those people slept the same restless sleep, even though the night held. This is Wisdom of Solomon 17, verse 14 in the Good News Translation. It says, all night long those people slept the same restless sleep, even though the night held no power over them, since it came from the powerless depths of the world of the dead. They were chased by hideous forms and laid paralyzed as they surrendered themselves to the sudden, unexpected fear that came over them. So people were so fucking scared that they just laid there for the slaughter. They just laid there for the slaughter. Like I can't do nothing. Because of that darkness that was over the land. All right? It says what? People would suddenly collapse and lie locked in chains of their own fear. So ain't nobody was holding them, tugging them. Ain't nobody putting no actual chains on them. But they were just so scared shitless. Their hearts failing for fear, right? They just laid there. They just like, I'm so scared. Like, probably pissing on themselves. All right? Yeah, and it's going to explain. Check this out. It says, farmers, shepherds, and laborers out of the countryside were captured by the same inevitable fate and bound in darkness by the same invisible chain. So everybody got that work. Everybody was, scared out their damn mind. Okay? It says they were panic-stricken by the sighings of the wind or by they was even scared of the wind. All right? Because the wind probably was blowing hard and shit. It says, and by the singing of birds in the trees, or the roar of rushing waters, or by the rubble of falling rocks, by the sound of unseen creatures running about, or by the savage roaring of wild animals, or by the echoes from the mountains. So they didn't know what, they couldn't see shit. Because if something was to fall and you was to hear it and you could see what it was, you would be at ease. But they not at ease right here. You see? In the full light of the day, the rest of the world went about its business undisturbed. Only those people were covered by this heavy night and forced out of the darkness of death that was waiting for them. So they were scared out their fucking mind. Now think about that here in Babylon. All this wickedness, The demons gonna be on people, right? It's gonna be all out anarchy on the EMP. Everybody on the same playing field. Ain't no rich niggas around here. It's survival for the fittest. So that's something to think about. These are dreams that sisters and brothers are having. Okay? And we can read about it in the scriptures and just about imagine what's, how it's gonna be going down right here in Babylon. So with that, Lord willing, you're edified. I'm going to say shalom.